Hey there, explorers. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what's out there? Stars, planets, and maybe even galaxies far, far away. Today, we're going to learn how a magical tool called a telescope helps us see things that are super far away. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, I'm Jordan Spivey, joined with my dad,
Travis Spivey. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our awesome science videos. Also, scan the QR code in the top left corner of the screen to contact us and explore more of our awesome content and material.
In today's video, we'll explore how telescopes work.
So let's do this. Our learning target for today is, I will be able to describe and explain how telescopes allow us to see things that are far, far away.
First things first, what is a telescope? A telescope is a super duper pair of eyes. It helps us look at things that are far, like the moon, planets, and stars. Without a telescope, those things look like tiny dots. But with a telescope, we can see things up close, almost like they're right next to us. Now let's talk about how it works. Telescopes use lenses or mirrors to collect light. Just like your eyes see things when light hits them, telescopes gather lots of light to help us see things far, far away. When you look through a telescope, light from stars or planets goes through the big lens at the front. This light gets focused and creates a clear image that you can see through the eyepiece. Quick checks for understanding. Number 1. What is a telescope? Number 2. How does the telescope work? Pause this video and take 3 minutes to write your answers. You got this. Now let's check out the types of telescopes.
Did you know there are different kinds of telescopes? One kind uses lenses. That's called a refracting telescope. Refracting telescopes use lenses to bend light and focus it into a point, which is then magnified and viewed through an eyepiece, just like the one I'm looking through now. Another kind uses mirrors, and that's called a reflecting telescope. Reflecting telescopes use mirrors to collect and focus light, which is then viewed through an eyepiece. Both types of telescopes help us to see things that are too far away to see with just our eyes. With a telescope, you can see so many amazing things. Look at this. You can see craters on the moon. And check this out. That's the planet Saturn with its rings. You can even see stars that are millions of light years away. Quick checks for understanding. Number 1, how does a refracting telescope work? Number 2, how does a reflecting telescope work? Number 3, what is the difference between a refracting telescope and a reflecting telescope? Pause the video and take 4 minutes to write your responses. Let's go, geniuses. Now let's check out some fun facts about telescopes.
Fun fact time. Did you know that the biggest telescopes in the world are as tall as buildings? Some even sit on top of mountains so they can get a better view of the sky. And there's even a telescope floating in space. It's called the Hubble Space Telescope. So next time you look up at the night sky, remember that there's a whole universe out there waiting to be explored. And with a telescope, we can discover some of its coolest secrets.
In summary, there are 2 major types of telescopes we use. Refracting telescopes, which use lenses to bend light and focus it into a point, which is then magnified and viewed through an eyepiece. And then there are reflecting telescopes, which use mirrors to collect and focus light, which is then viewed through an eyepiece. Then there are even more powerful telescopes that scientists use to see even further into space. Some sit on top of mountains, and others, like the Hubble telescope, orbits or circles the Earth, and it allows us to see distant galaxies, planets, and stars. Keep looking up, and maybe one day you'll be the one discovering a brand new planet. Thanks for joining us, young astronomers. Until next time, keep exploring the stars.
And that's our video for today. Now let's test you off to see how proficient you are with describing and explaining how telescopes allow us to see things that are far, far away by taking our video quiz.
Use your electronic device to scan the QR code at the top right of the screen, or you can click the link in the description box below the video to take the quiz.
Remember, 80% or higher for proficiency. Record your results and proficiency sheet, and if you don't get it the first time,
you better keep going because it's not over until you win. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click that bell icon, and also scan this QR code to contact us and explore more of our awesome content and material. Peace, and have a positive, productive day.